Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is of course Jack. In today's video I am going to be giving you some advice on hunting Spook Wood as a beginner to Halloween in Lumber Tycoon 2. Just a reminder before we get started to go and drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications if you want to be kept updated with my latest uploads. For those of you that do not know, Halloween in Lumber Tycoon 2 is a pretty important time. We get new items added into the game occasionally, such as pumpkins, axes and different various items, along with two different trees that do not spawn any other time of the year apart from October, which are Spook Trees and Sinister Trees. So to start off the video, I'm going to give you some basic advice to hunting Spook Wood that I and many others have used over the last few years in order to find lots of Spook and Sinister Wood. So that my first piece of basic advice to you would be to use public servers. Spook Wood and Sinister Wood does not generate in the server initialization when you join a private server. Therefore, if you do use a private server, you're going to have to wait several hours in order for a Spook or Sinister tree to spawn. Instead of using a private server, join a public server and you'll probably find a Spook or Sinister tree ready to be harvested. Do not just stay in one server. Hop between different servers as you will increase your chances of finding a Spook or Sinister tree. My next piece of advice to you is do not cut saplings. By cutting a sapling, you're only going to get yourself a very small amount of wood, whereas you could then hit the tree once with your axe, which will claim it as yours for a short period of time and just let the tree grow. The last thing of basic advice that you need to know about Halloween in Lumber Tycoon 2 is that on Halloween Day, which is the 31st of October, Spook Trees and Sinister Trees will spawn in every single server, which means that there's an increased chance of you being able to find one for yourself. I want you to imagine that you can see 100 Lumber Tycoon 2 servers right in front of you now. Only one of those servers out of those 100 is going to have a Spook Tree spawn in it. In other words, you have a 1 in 100 chance of finding a Spook Tree in a server. And then picture a Sinister Tree, which is 100 times rarer than a Spook Tree. Some useful knowledge that you should probably know. In preparing to hunt for Spook and Sinister Wood, my advice to you would be having one slot which is dedicated for hunting for Spook. On this dedicated slot you want to have one plot. By having one plot only, you're going to reduce lag in the server. To build the ideal hunting base, you're going to need 80 ladders, a car spawner, and a chop saw. And a chop saw, which is optional. To build this base, it's going to make your life a lot easier if you have the power to build. The first thing you need to do is reset your character. By resetting your character, it's going to teleport you back to your base and teleport you to the dead center. Once this has respawned you, you're going to want to place a ladder blueprint directly where your avatar was standing. You're then going to want to go ahead and proceed to place all 80 ladders on top of each other. By having your tower 80 ladders tall, it's the perfect height to scan the horizon to find Spook Wood. You can then have your axes at the bottom along with your sawmill and chop saw. Of course, if you're lazy a bit like me and you don't want to have a Spook Wood tower, you can use the assets around you such as the volcano or the hills. However, this will not be as effective to finding that Spook Wood which is in the server. Some other things to bear in mind when looking for Spook Wood and Sinister Wood: it does not have a dedicated biome, so it can spawn practically anywhere. Surfaces that it can spawn on could vary to grass, the volcano, and rocks. Spook Wood and Sinister Wood can both be harvested with most axes in the game. However, the Many Axe and also the End Times Axe are probably going to be your best bet, as this tree is very, very dense. You don't know what that means, it just means it's going to take a very long time to chop down. You can see from this graph on screen now from where the most spooks spawned from the amount of data collected back in 2018. You can see that in the tropics biome, which is over the ferry, 17.9% of all spook trees that were reported were found in the tropics area. Then followed by the taiga biome, which is the snow biome, and also the main biome, which is obviously the main spawn area. But as you can see, those three main areas are the most popular places that Spookwood was found back in 2018. This doesn't mean to say that they're more likely to spawn in these areas, however it's just an interesting piece of information that you may want to bear in mind when trying to find spook and sinister trees. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to go down below, like, comment and subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to be kept updated with my latest videos. If you've already played Lumber Tycoon 2 in Halloween, you may want to go and check out Electrotech's video as well, which I will put just up here now, or there, whichever side it is, where he's going to be posting an advanced guide to finding Spookwood during 2020. Guys, stay safe, hope you're all well, and I will see you in the next video.